Welcome, Saluki fans. SIU women's basketball's non-conference schedule is set for the coming season, and Coach Cindy Stein and I are here to tell you about it. Welcome, Coach. What do you think about the schedule?
You know, I think it's going to be challenging. I think it's going to be interesting. The majority of our team is freshmen and sophomores, so we'll see if we can win with freshmen and sophomores.
Salukis have 10 non-conference games, including a preseason trip to Puerto Rico. Let's go through each of the games right now, beginning with the opener. Coach Stein, it's UT Martin. The Skyhawks beat you a year ago.
Yeah, I think UT Martin is one of those teams that's always tough to start with because they're always good. They're always a great shooting team. What I remember last year is going to their place and playing zero defense. I think they shot like 65% from the floor in the second half, and yeah, you're not playing very much defense. So, you know, hopefully our defense shows up for that game because they're always tough to guard.
That's the home opener, UT Martin on the 10th. Then on the road, you go to Birmingham to play UAB.
Yeah, and that's another team that got us at home, and you just don't want that to happen, and then we got to go to their place. They got a young ball club, and again, they're a little bit like UT Martin, just great three-point shooters. They play really well together, very well-coached team.
Salukis stay south. They stay on the road for the third game. It is November 19th at Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis is always, I think it's become a really good rivalry for us, a great athletic team that always gives us fits. Now, they're a great defending team, and, you know, if they get better offensively, we're going to struggle a little bit because they can be really hard to guard. We play at their place, and again, a team that you always expect them to come out and, you know, they're balls to the wall all day long.
3 straight road games for the Salukis at Southeast Missouri on November 22nd.
Yeah, and SEMO gets better and better. Coach Patterson's doing a fantastic job there, and they always gives us fits. We're able to kind of control them the last couple years, but that's a team that's going there and playing in Cape Girardeau is never easy.
On November 27th, Thanksgiving week, Edwardsville is here, and you owe them, right?
We do, and you know, we came off that win against Purdue and came back and went to Edwardsville and laid an egg, and they played really well, and we did not show up in the second half, and it really got to us. And we had some injuries as well, but probably did not play the way we wanted to. Really look forward to that game. That's another really good rivalry game.
Next for the Saluki women, back on the road, Morehead, Kentucky on November 30th, Coach. They were 21-10 a year ago at Morehead State. Yeah,
Morehead State's a really good team. We've played well against them in the past. We'll need it again. It's usually a high-scoring team. We know we always got to put up a lot of points. But that's a team that returns a really good nucleus, and we've got to be ready to play.
December 2nd, Coach, you go to Marshall to play the Thundering Herd. They have a first-year coach, Tony Kemper. They were 10th in Conference USA last year. Back home for the Saluki women on December 7th, Martin Methodist, an NAIA team.
Yeah, we inserted Martin Methodist, who's a very strong NAIA team, had a really good year, but we wanted to be able to come back and enjoy Thanksgiving at home because we're on the road so much early, and give us a game where, you know, you want to get good playing time with your kids, you want to work on some things, but you also want to be really challenged. And I think that will happen.
Southern stays home. December 10th, Western Kentucky is here. They won Conference USA a year ago.
Yeah, we're excited about adding Western Kentucky. We haven't played them since I've been here, and that's a team that's an NCAA tournament team. Again, returns a good nucleus. We feel like getting teams like that, we'd like to play teams that have been in the postseason because that's where we want to be.
All right. Southern takes 9 days off this coming season after the Western Kentucky game, goes to Puerto Rico. Yeah. San Juan is your go-to spot.
This has been a tournament that we've set up probably for the last 4 years to try to get to Puerto Rico. And, you know, it's a trip that we've promised a lot of our, you know, like a Kylie Gablehouse and a Selena Van Hefty and those guys that we promised a really good, nice trip. And so we had to take some guaranteed games to get there, but we feel good about that. And this is a great recruiting tool for us. You know, kids want to be able to travel when they go to your place. So we want to have that as well, but we're playing really good competition as well.
And those two teams are Albany and Kennesaw State. Albany first on the 19th. They were second in the American East a year ago.
Yeah, well, they won their tournament, and then I think they played in UConn the first NCAA tournament game. Yeah, so really lucky draw there. But, you know, they are a good team. They've always been well coached. Just a really, what I've always been impressed with Albany is that those kids just play confident. They play really well together. Another quality team.
Kennesaw State is in, I don't know if up and coming's the right word, but it's a growing athletic program. You get them next. They were 4th in their league last year, the Atlantic Sun.
Well, they have a very experienced coach that they hired that just was in her first year last year, and Agnes Baronato, and she does a fantastic job. And I think she was at Pittsburgh before, and so she knows that area really well, and she gets kids to play really hard. I'm sure she's going to have really good recruits in because she's a great recruiter.
All right, the schedule is set. Are you a coach who's always striving to make the schedule fit the team? And does this fit your team?
I think after this year, it's going to work out so much better and probably be more what we want. But I think that we've always wanted to include teams that have been NCAA bound. We want competition and good competition. We want to play real athletic teams. And then we want to play some really good shooting teams because that is what our league consists of.
Very good. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
That's Coach Cindy Stein. I'm Mike Reis. That's the Saluki women's basketball team's non-conference schedule. Go Dogs!